welcome to part 4, the making of Yamato's wig. And you're going to need a wig base, a clip-on ponytail, if you take a short wig like I did, and if you're doing it exactly the way that I did, you're going to need Sharpies, but please stay away of those because it's in the ends, it's not the roots that we are going to color, so take the dip dye method instead. And we also are going to need lots of hairspray, and I used some clear, flexible-ish glue to hide some see-through parts on the wig while working, so you will need some kind of glue. I'm not going to recommend anything because it's quite limited of what is available here in Norway. So I'm just using a glue that's Repair Extreme because it's transparent and it's also waterproof, and it is flexible so it can bend without cracking up. That's important because this wig is you're going to have it on your head and take it off, so it will be movement. And also you just need some good music and a wig brush, and then a thin comb, just these long thin ones, and I think probably you're ready to go. The base I used was an already made ponytail, which I undid and then did again. So I used a rubber band that was twisted around the ponytail and used that anew, and then to get that I used a crochet hook to secure it. So yeah, I think that's what you need to know before starting. So I think we just can get started with the time lapse and the voiceover me.
Okay, the part 4, we're going to make the wig. So just start off with the base, because that's going to need the most work. I tried it on to make sure that the circumference of this wig is fitting my head nicely. If it's too big, then I would have to slim it down. If it's too small, then I would have to make it bigger. And yeah, you're just going to section out the parts that you want. For Yamato, you're going to have one part of the wig to be the front, the bangs, and then the rest of the hair is going to be up in the ponytail. So I'm going to take some of the hair that was in the ponytail to have it in the bangs, because Yamato does have that. Yamato has quite a high ponytail, it's high up on her head. When you're in front, you can see the ponytail top quite clearly. So I really want to make sure to have that in the wig, so that when I'm looking myself in the mirror, I am going to see the ponytail top quite clearly. So when you have the height you like, you just want to work the hair towards the ponytail top, and using hairspray and your hairdryer to set the hairspray, and just work in small sections because you want this to lay nice and flat. While working, I was like, this skin top is in my way, and I didn't want to try to get all the hair to lay flat towards the ponytail, so I was like, I can just take it off because do I need it? Will it be seen? No. So I took it off and I placed it elsewhere, and it actually turned out quite nice. I put it in the area between the bangs and the part that is going to the ponytail at the front of the head. To make sure that the part was nice and even, I just took off some wefts to fit the two halves of skin head. I had a circle skin head, so I just cut that in half, and I placed those two half circles side to side to cover the area that was open. So this half circle was just sewn on, and you can't really see the seams because I used white thread and the wig is also white, so if you manage to see something you would just think that it's a part of the wig because it's white. I also took off some more of the wefts from the top because it was quite bulky and it wouldn't lay nice and flat, and I also could use some of those wefts that I cut off later. Lots of hairspray and lots of hairspray and more hairspray. Hairspray is your friend here. Use it well. While working with the top section, I was just placing the hair from the left side to the right side of the ponytail. This to make sure that I get the nice coverage on top, because this part of the wig is really going to be seen, so if something is kind of wrong here or sloppy or whatever you want to call it, it will be seen. And there you can also see that the skin top part, which was a round circle, is now completely hidden. And you could fill in some wefts there if you want to, but I was like, I'm having more than enough wig here anyway, so why bother? So then you just go on with the tedious process of putting more wefts and wig hair up until the ponytail. I always start at the bottom, the back of the wig first, then doing the sides and then the top last. It is just something about the way that the wig hair is laying, which makes it nicer if you start at the bottom and then finishing at the top. While working, I was like, this part is going to be seen, so I glued on some more wefts there to try to hide that. I have used both fabric glue to try to see if I like that, but yeah, not the fabric glue that I had. It was nice to glue the wefts on, but gluing the wig hair itself did not give the results I was hoping for, so I used the transparent, kind of flexible glue again. Trusty friend. Expensive, yeah. And then you just continue with putting hair up until the ponytail, laying nice and flat and smooth. So here I am making some wefts with the transparent glue, and I'm just gluing that in there. This is to hide the part of the wig that has the threads from the wet wefts, and it could really be seen through the hair, so I had to glue it down there. And yeah, I could probably have made it more of a nice transition between that. But again, I was laying some hair over it, so I didn't really bother too much. I did go over a few spots though to kinda hide it better if it got to be seen through. Got to be, whoa, glue. So yeah, just make sure that you like the result before going to the next step, because if you don't like it, then it's hard to go back to change it. Make sure to use your hairdryer when needed, because that is really helping to shape the hair. And then using the hairspray to lock that hair in place, and then hairdryer to lock the hairspray in place. Now I'm going to secure the ponytail of this wig. And I just used the rubber band that followed, and I used a crochet hook to help with tightening it. So I used a crochet hook to pull the thread through so that it was really stuck in there, and then I tied a knot. It's sitting the hairline, and you need to check your reference picture, and her bangs is just above the eyebrow, and she has not quite much of it, so I'm thinking of just taking this part here, perhaps because this part will also go
upwards because of that tiny, I don't know what it's called. So is this too much? But I have to like make sure that these pieces also blend in. How about I just take away this part? Where are my clips when I need them? So it's supposed to be over the eyebrow, right? But it's better to have them too long than too short. And I'm also going to upwards. Ain't I just a super cute wife? So if I like split this now, they get shorter, right? So always make sure to cut them longer than you think, and it's better to take away. It's like this. I think I need to cut this one, some of this. This I can try to hide it like under. And then it's actually a tiny bit short, this side piece, but I'll just have to make with what I have. It should probably have been another 5 or 10 centimeters. I don't know, inches. So, but I would need to take a tad more if I think just about the apple of my eye, and then I twist them and take it a tiny bit longer than last time. This part will be part close up. So I need to trim him a tiny bit more, but I can do that on the mannequin head, and to make him like not so sharp, even though it's a bit the thickness is like kind of all the way through. I'm not wanting that straight off cut bang, so I'm going to thin it out a bit in the ends, half a centimeter, just thinning it out, not making it shorter. And then I'll guess that I just have to have some hairspray to have these kind of short long hairs to lay under, and then everything should be fine with the bangs. And then I just need to do the coloring of these ends and then curl them, and then I need to figure out how to attach the ponytail.
So the coloring of the gradient that Yamato has on the ends of her hair, and yeah, don't do this please, but if you're going to do this, then I used some nail polish remover to get that smooth part, and if you guess right, then yes, I had a really bad headache the rest of that day. I should have sitting outside with the mask on, and preferably not doing this at all if I had that bucket with some blue dye, which I could just have put the hair up into. Don't do this, it's really going to get on your clothes, seriously. Ugh. So now we're going to hide the elastics on the ponytail, and I just glued some wefts on, and I hot glued it on, but yeah, that is kind of regrets because the glue turned yellow. So use your trusty transparent flexible glue. I took it out now, so yeah. I don't have any footage of how I did the clip-on wefts, but how I'm clipping it on is that I just part the ponytail that is now in two, and I just put the clip-on weft in between, and then kind of just hairspray, and voila, it looks like a long ponytail instead of a short one with an added one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!